What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the Bengals NFL show. And today we got very exciting news as the Bengals unveiled their new alternate white and black helmet. Awesome stuff that I'm going to be talking about here soon. And as well, we'll be talking about ESPN's survey that they gave to NFL executive and coaches. And they ranked Joe Burrow pretty high at number 5. So we're going to be covering those two things in today's episode. And saying that, let's get started. And as I said, the Bengals unveiled their white and black alternate helmets, something that fans have wanted for a long time now, especially if you check Bengals Twitter. And obviously, as you can see right here, the Bengals white and black helmets look very awesome, and it's going to be really fun to see them wear it in the season. Now, right now, the negative thing, if there is any negative, is that NFL teams are not allowed to wear alternate helmets with their regular jerseys. If they're going to wear alternate helmets, they need to wear it with an alternate jersey. And right now, the Bengals' alternate jersey is their orange uniform. So if the Bengals want to wear that helmet, they would have to wear it while wearing their orange uniform. And obviously, people, including myself, don't think that is necessarily the best combo. So it'll be interesting to see how that'll work out. But with that being said, teams in the NFL are allowed 2 alternate jerseys. The Bengals only have one, obviously, the orange jerseys. So could we possibly see a new alternate jersey, maybe in a white alternate jersey that the Bengals could wear with their white and black helmets? That would be really awesome. But there hasn't been any news or leaks that the Bengals may be announcing a new uniform. I don't think that would happen until at least next year. But for now, I'm happy. The Bengals got their white and black helmet, and to see how it'll look with the orange jerseys next year will be interesting to see, but hopefully it looks really good. I think it will, and hopefully they can one day wear those black and white helmets with their black and white jerseys. All right, next we are going to be talking about the ESPN survey of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league currently, and as I said in the intro, this survey was given out to NFL executives and coaches, so the legitimacy behind this survey is pretty high. That's not to say that everything in the survey is perfect, because as we very well know, NFL coaches and executives are far from perfect. And as you see in the rankings, and you probably saw this list earlier this week, Joe Burrow is ranked at 5. He is just under Tom Brady and over quarterbacks like Matthew Stafford and Justin Herbert. Now, I'm not going to read the whole list because unless if you're a Ravens fan coming from Twitter, like I said, you've probably seen the list and I'm sure you've talked about it. But Joe Burrow being at 5 tells us what the league thinks of him. Obviously, he's coming off a very dominant year where he took the Bengals to the Super Bowl in year 1. Like, if he didn't get hurt, he was on pace for 4,700 yards. And clearly the league recognizes it. They recognize Joe Burrow's capability, his leadership. And they seemingly prefer him over Justin Herbert, who's ranked 7th on this list. And there's always a Joe Burrow versus Justin Herbert war on social media. And personally, bias aside, I think you can say one is better than the other and have a fair argument. I think Joe Burrow is better, but I can respect the opinion of people who say Justin Herbert because it is very close. If I had to predict how the league sees it, they probably saw Justin Herbert has not made the playoffs yet with the Chargers. He's obviously been very close. Last season, 1 game away. And what they saw of Joe Burrow, he took the Bengals to the Super Bowl with one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL while coming back from the injury. And not only did he help take the Bengals to the Super Bowl, he made some super, dare I say, clutch plays to help the Bengals get there in the regular season and in the postseason. For example, his touchdown pass to Tyler Boyd in the wildcard game. Plays like those, the NFL executives and coaches are seeing and they're watching that when it's time to watch game film. And I'm not going to go over every quarterback on the list. I just found it really noticeable that Joe Burrow was 2 spots higher than Justin Herbert. But like I said, with Joe Burrow's ability to win games and actually making it to the Super Bowl versus Herbert not making the playoffs is probably one of the big deciding factors. And I think Justin Herbert's going to make the playoff, get a lot of playoff wins, maybe even make a Super Bowl once or twice. Now, Now, obviously, we won't know any of that until the future, but I think he at least makes the playoffs this year. And some other things that I just found noticeable was Deshaun Watson at 9. Now, get him off the list. He didn't play at all last year. Who knows if he'll play this year? There's been a lot of speculation on what his suspension will be. And obviously, yeah, when he's on the field, he was very great. You could even argue a few years ago he was top 5. If not, he definitely was top 10. But I said he hasn't been on the field in over a year. And even if his suspension isn't as high as many people think or are concerned it won't be, he still won't be starting week 1. At the very worst, he's suspended for 4 games. Still, that's going to be over a year since he's played a down of football. And you want to put him at 9? No. Replace him with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson wasn't on the top 10 quarterbacks, and obviously I love to troll, I love to have fun calling him a running back, but he's really not. He is a phenomenal quarterback who absolutely deserves to be on this top 10 list. And I think it's very fair putting Aaron Rodgers at 1. I think those top 4 are pretty much set. You can argue who's 1, who's 2, who's 3, who's 4, but that's who I would have in my top 4 as well. So with all that being said, that's my quick opinion about the ESPN survey about the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL currently. Now we'll see how this list plays out this year. Maybe Burrow and Herbert are 1 and 2 after this year. Obviously not likely to happen, but there are a lot of great quarterbacks in the NFL right now, especially in the AFC. So in order to win those big games, we're going to see Burrow versus Mahomes, Burrow versus Josh Allen. It's going to come down to who's the better quarterback likely, and we're going to see that this year. So that being said, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned as I might be posting some other stuff than my Bengals NFL show. We might get some Marvel content on here soon. So stay tuned for that and make sure you turn on your notifications so you'll know whenever I post a video. Thanks again, and